Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 50 of my Billions and Billions challenge. In today's episode, I'm going to speed build a tower exactly like the tower that is right beside me right here, and this tower contains 10 turbines from the mod Extreme Reactors, as well as one large reactor from the same mod Extreme Reactors. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is I want to turn on this builder right here, and this builder will actually build the tower one level at a time. And while that's going, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and excavate the basement here. So I already have my shovel set to 9x9 mode, so this would be 3, 5, 7, 9. So let's start right here, and shoot, that's not super ideal. And let's actually grab this right here and do the edges here. It's not super ideal that we have that much sand, but let's continue here. And okay, so that's cool. This excavation actually shouldn't take too long. Another thing I should note is that I will have to redo the bottom of the tower edges, but that's fine. That's the only thing I'll have to redo, as well as the entrance frame, I guess. So this would be 3, 5, 7, 9. So let's go down right here. And I need to make sure not to go down too far, and that is the proper level right there. So let's actually, if I do that right there, I'm going to get too much, I think. Yes. So let's not do that, because if I started over one more, then I would have actually got part of the tower that I just constructed, and I don't want to do that. So we actually have a lot of sand coming down, and that's going to slow me down a little bit here. So let's get out the shovel again, and let's dig that out. I think I can hit that just fine, as well as this right here, as well as this right here. So let's continue here, and let's, not there, I think. So right here. Oh, yep, there, I went too far. And I figured I might do that, so that's just kind of a hazard. One thing I can do is I can actually restart the builder, and actually that's probably what I'm going to do. Just to actually automatically place the things that I just got rid of. So is that done? It is done. So let's go ahead and restart it. So okay, so that's cool. Now we just need to touch up the edges here, which that shouldn't be a problem here. And this is kind of the basement constructed. I just need to finish it out with stone. And actually, shoot. Actually, before I restarted, I should have knocked out all of the rest of the walls as well. And you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet, and I'm going to have to restart it yet again, but that's okay. Oh, I went too far. Okay, so let's fly back out. Let's restart this builder. So how I can do that is I can just pull out the card, and then I can put it back in, and let's get that going again. Okay, so that should actually be it. So let's go ahead and actually build the basement here. So let's get rid of all of this junk here, and let's go ahead and grab some stone and some stuff, and I have that already right here. So I just need a bunch of stone right now and a wand or two. So I do have wands, or I thought I had some wands in here. Apparently I don't. So let me grab some wands. And how I want to do this is let's put a wand at the end and then stone there. And let's go ahead and do up and down for right now. So let's change this to the up and down mode. Okay, that's cool. Okay, now the front side of the wall, and then we need to do the floor of the basement. And I actually should have some elevators in here somewhere as well. So let's grab those. and let's get that going. Actually, let's just do the floor real fast, and then I'll put the elevators in the floor once I have that done. So we do want the left to right mode on the wand, so that's cool. So fantastic. And once again, let's go ahead and put in the elevators, and the elevators go in the front right, or the front corners of the building here. So right there and right here. And now let's go ahead and do the floor. So the floor will be at this level, or the next floor up. So it'll be at this level right here. And actually, I should have put torches down here. And let's go ahead and do that while we still have a little bit of light down here. One thing I will have to do on each level is put down torches, but that's not really a super big deal. That doesn't take very long at all. The rest of the build is going to be pretty much automatic beyond this first level and some of the connection stuff. Okay, so this is all the torches that I need there. So that has all the light that it needs. So let's run this over, and then actually I do need a hole in the floor here. So let's set my draconic pickaxe to be 5x5 mode at this point. And I need a hole under here, so something like right here, I think. Yes, that is perfect. And then I need that right there. Okay, so that is for the reactor, and I actually placed it one forward too far. It's not really a big deal. What I can do now is I can just knock this out. And then I can use my wand right over there. Okay, so the hole should be in the right spot, and this is for the bottom of the reactor. Let's go ahead and do the face of the building, which would be right here. So let's go ahead and knock these glass panes out, because what I need to do is I need to put down stone here, and or shoot, I already had stone, and I put stone in the wrong spot anyways. So let's go ahead and get some doors here. And those doors go right here. And then let's go ahead and detail the bottom here. What we need to do is just basically knock out the glass here, and then just replace it with stone here in a second. And actually, it might have been faster to use a swapping wand. I'm not 100% sure. And I accidentally knocked out a block of glass. That's not ideal. Okay, so I need to remember to grab just a little bit of glass here once I get done knocking out the glass, because I did knock out one pane accidentally. Okay, so is that everything? So I need a little bit of glass here. So let's grab a little bit of glass, and let's get that ready, and now we can do the bottom of the building here. And then pretty soon we'll be off and running with actually building things automatically, beyond what we already have, obviously. Okay, so this is almost done. And the next step is I'm going to move my builder and stuff up. So let's get rid of a bunch of stuff for right now. And I won't need that. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's grab some torches. That should be good, I think. Oh shoot, I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so let's actually finish this out. And now that that's done, let's go ahead and grab these builders here. And what I'm going to do now is, I think let's just clear out a bunch of spots in my inventory so that I can grab this stuff really quickly. Okay, so this is for the next level of the tower, and we'll put this builder right here. We'll put the energy cell right underneath. We'll put the modular storage unit right here, and the lever can go right here. One thing I should have mentioned at the beginning of this episode, this is all systems that I set up in the last episode. And if you haven't watched that episode, definitely, I would definitely tell you to watch that before watching this. So let's go ahead and start with the next builder here. This is going to put down 2 turbines at a time. So the modular storage unit needs to go on top of that. The modular storage units actually have everything that each particular builder needs. So for example, this one has a bunch of turbine blocks. And that should be good. So this should be able to build 2 turbines at a time. And I didn't build that in the right spot. And I did this a bunch in the last episode as well. The only excuse I have this time is that I'm kind of in a hurry. So let's actually knock out a few of these blocks, because the rest of them are actually in locations that can be useful. So I don't need to actually get rid of them. So let's put our builder here, because that's actually where it needs to go. Let's put the modular storage unit there. Let's drop down the energy cell, and let's try this again. Put my lever right here. Put the space chamber card back in. Okay, so that should be cool. That should get building. And let's go ahead and grab my RFTools Extreme Wrench, and let's put it right here, because I will need this. It kind of sounds like this builder is done right here, so let's go ahead and grab this. So did I get everything I need? I did. So let's go ahead and tell this to build right here now. Let's grab the energy cell, put it there. Let's put the modular storage units there, and then the lever can go right here. Okay, so that's cool. Looks like these turbines are done and built, and they're actually in the correct spots now. No, they're not. Oh my goodness. I keep butchering this. So I put these in the wrong spot again, so that's not ideal. So what I can do is, let me grab my draconic pickaxe. Let me play with some settings here. So let's do 7 by 7. Let's do a dig depth of, I think I'm gonna need, is it 2? No, it's probably gonna need to be 3. So let's set the dig depth to 3. And ideally I will be able to completely, okay, so that is not the right, that was not the right dig depth. I don't really understand. I thought the, okay, so that doesn't work how I thought it did. So that is not cool. Oh, duh. I'm a moron. I didn't even need to do that in the first place. Because I could have just done that. So let's, that didn't work either. Yeah. So this is not ideal. That I decided to screw this up again. So if I place a block here, I should be able to do that. And what I need to do is I need to slide this entire assembly over one. And that really sucks that I did that. So let's put all of the turbine blocks back in there. Let's grab this back, and let's try this again. And just put everything in the actual right spot. So the builder needs to be here. I keep forgetting that I have everything in the hotbar. So I don't need to keep going to my inventory. Okay, so that should be in the right spot. I do have some holes in the ceiling and floor that I will need to accommodate, but that's not really a big problem. One thing I can get going is I can get the turbine going here in a second. So let's grab that builder, and that would be this one right here. And that builder goes on the front right corner here. So the modular storage units, let's go ahead and put the energy cell as well as the lever. Before I start this, I do want to go ahead and change these fluid ports over to the blue variety on the bottom. And let's get this builder going. So, cool. That looks good. So let's go ahead and run over here. Let's grab this stuff because we need to move it now. And let's go up through this hole in the floor that shouldn't be here. And let's place this builder down right here. The modular storage once again goes on top. energy cell, and then lever can go over here, and let's get that going. So let's run over here. Should be a hole in the ceiling there, and let's move this builder now. So as long as I'm efficient here, this should be pretty easy here. Okay, I didn't grab my lever. Okay, so let's come up here. Builder, energy cell, modular storage, lever. Oh, and I do want to get rid of this block before we go anywhere. Okay, so that's cool. So we've actually only got a couple more levels here, so let's go ahead and change these over. Let's actually grab this stuff and move it up before we do the reactor itself. So this builder goes here once again. Modular storage on top. Energy cell. Lever. Get that going. Drop back down. So this is kind of the power. This is just kind of showcasing the power of the builders here. I don't have elevators on the first floor apparently. How'd that happen? Oh well, that's not really a big deal. I can correct that later. So let's do something like this. So this builder needs to go right here. Modular storage unit can go on top. Energy cell. And the lever. Okay, so while that's going, let's go ahead and change these over. Hit these to be blue and blue. That builder's not done yet, but this builder is. So let's grab this builder. Oh, and I did forget to get rid of that block. I can correct that later. Let's go ahead and put down the builder right here. Once again, the modular storage unit, energy cell, and then the lever. Okay, so cool. And let's drop down with the use of this elevator. Let's drop down again. Okay, so I do have that these already changed, so let's drop down this builder. Modular storage, energy cell, and lever. Okay, so that's cool. Let's get up here before that gets up here. And let's do that. And so we need to do one last level of the tower. Okay, so it looks like pretty much all my stuff dropped down to the bottom here. That's not ideal, but that's okay. Builder, let's get rid of that block before I forget. I don't know if that will actually work. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and move it because it might not work. I just want it to work. Okay, so let's grab the turbines and do the last set of turbines here. And I hope this doesn't screw anything up because these will kind of be building at the same level. So builder goes here, modular storage, energy cell, lever. Okay, so let's drop down here and grab the reactor stuff. And okay, so the builder needs to go here. Modular storage. We can do lever and energy cell. Cool. And let's go up. So, okay, so we actually ran out of turbine glass. That's not super big issue, I don't think. So let's. Okay, so that might be a slightly bigger issue than I thought. It does look like we got to this final turbine. So the thing I can do is I can just restart this once I actually do have some turbine glass. What I wanted to go ahead and do now is I want to go ahead and kind of correct some of the mistakes that I made in the building earlier, such as some of the blocks that need to be replaced because I kind of moroned. So let me actually grab a wand back and let me grab more stone. Okay, so let's change this wand to be horizontal. And that should be good. And let's go ahead and start placing some torches as well. I'm waiting on that turbine glass to get done. Okay, so this is one level. There are 5 levels here that I'll have to throw down torches on. I also want to throw down torches kind of in the middle here. These are probably strictly not necessary, but that's okay. Okay, so there's also the issue that I need elevators on the first level here. So let's go ahead and do that while I'm here. I probably don't need very much stone anymore. So let's just grab 2 elevators and put them where they belong. And 4 more torches. Okay, so one thing I will have to do here in a couple of minutes is I am going to have to complete the reactor itself, because I kind of just have the main section of it. I don't have the top or bottom done. So that's 2 levels. So this is the 3rd level here. Okay, so almost done with this. Okay, 4th level. Let's go up to 4th level. So I do think I have enough torches, which is cool. And by now my turbine glass should be done, or at least the turbine glass that I need. So that should be cool. And it looks like that's the only thing that I'm missing from the turbines, at least hopefully. If there's anything else, hopefully I can find it relatively quickly. Okay, so this is the 5th and highest level. I will also have to do the roof, and there's a little bit of stone I need to put on the roof, but I actually want to complete the reactor before I do that. And I actually have 1 more level of the reactor to build. But we're almost done placing all the torches, which is good. Okay, so I think I misplaced one of these torches. I did. Actually, I misplaced 2 of them. So let's go ahead and see if my turbine glass is ready. It is. Okay, so I'm not sure how much of this I need. Let's grab more than I need, assuredly. So that is definitely more than I need. So let's dump that in here, and let's just restart this builder. Okay, so it's going. Let's go ahead and, at least it should be. Yes. Okay, so let's drop down here. Let's grab this stuff, and let's clean up my inventory a little bit right here. Okay, so builder, and that went in the wrong spot because of that torch. Okay, modular storage, energy cell, lever. Okay, so that's cool. I think I got him. That would be insane. Oh, no, I don't think I did get him. Okay, so what I need to do now is I need to drop into the reactor on each half here. And actually what I need to do is, let me make sure that I did get these. I did not. So for a split second, I thought I actually got these. I did not. So let's go ahead and fill these back in. Because we need reds on top. So I need to go ahead and do all of these for this is basically to make sure that the turbines can actually get the hot coolant. And I actually need to, is it this one? No, it's the bottom one. So let me change that over. And now we can do this. Okay, so red's on top. So now I can go ahead and make the top cap of the reactor. And actually I need to take it down just a little bit. So let's get this, let's set it to 5x5. With a dig depth of 0, obviously. So let's Actually, that's not going to be super ideal. And we do need to actually take it down too. And for the rest of this, I guess I'm just going to use this. And that's because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the top of the reactor at the top level of the turbine there. And then I'm going to build stone over the top so that you can't see the top of the turbine from the sky. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to cap off the fuel rods on the top here with these reactor casing blocks. And then I need to also go around with the reactor casing blocks. So I probably have enough of the glass to complete the top here. So I just need to do some reactor casing blocks. And actually, you know what? I'm sure I have some down here. So let me grab these. So that's fantastic. And let's go ahead and build the top of the reactor here. And actually, it would be quicker if I didn't use any glass at all. And you know what? I don't think I am going to use any glass at all. So what I'm going to do is this. And let me grab my wand. And did I have enough? I did. Okay, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and grab some more stone. So let's finish off the top of the building here while I am here. And let's just cap this off. As well as I need to get rid of all this glass. So let's do that. And there's no super good way to do this, unfortunately. And I am getting way more stone than I intended. So let's just do this. This might just be faster. And it is. It's much faster. Okay, so let's grab this wand here. This should actually make quickish work of things. Yes, so actually it would have been better to just get rid of all the stone just to make that quicker. We need a little bit of stone over here. And we're almost done. So cool. So let's go ahead and throw down the torches that we need up here. And then we'll be done with the top of the building, which is going to be fantastic. And we're pretty much done with all of the lower levels except for the basement as well. The basement, we need to hook up the reactor to my ME system to actually get stuff automatically. And then we just need to turn it on and also hook up the turbine to the capacitors, or to my main capacitor. So cool. So one more thing I do need to do is torches around the bottom here. So let's go ahead and do that before I forget. And I also need to make sure that the top level turbine's formed, because I haven't actually done that. I know I sent it to get built, or I told it to start building, and I know it started. I just don't know if it ever finished. I just kind of assume it did. So they did. They finished up. So let's go ahead and go down to the basement here. And let's get rid of a bunch of stuff in my inventory. So let's get rid of this stone here. Let's get rid of the reactor. Actually, I probably maybe needed that stuff. So let's, I might need that. Okay, so this is just kind of basically what I normally have in my inventory, but I have some stuff in here. So I don't need the elevators. I do need this. I will need this. I will need most of this stuff here. Okay, so I think that's just about everything I need here. I do need these acceleration cards. Okay, I do need the capacitors. Okay, so we're actually kind of on the home stretch here. I need to finish up the reactor, which is going to be pretty easy here. We just need to kind of do around here, and I didn't grab any reactor casing, did I? That's unfortunate. Do I not have any reactor casing? So let's actually tell it to build more. I shouldn't need very much of it, and actually I saw that it was already getting me some, so that's cool. So let's run this around here, and let's actually fly to make this happen. And even though I don't strictly need to, I am going to put glass on the bottom. I just think it looks cool. Looks like I need just a little bit more casing here. Okay, so I need, on the ends of my fuel rods, I need the reactor control rods here. So let's go ahead and place those down. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. So let's try to be a little more efficient in our building here. So let's actually start out by placing the glass down and then using a wand to actually rip it across the bottom of the reactor here. And then what we can do is at the points where I actually need to take out the glass, I can actually just punch it out and exchange it, because that just makes laying the glass down just a whole lot faster. So let's do the control rods now. So that would be these right here. I want the controller to be right here, so let's punch out this for the controller. Okay, so it's formed up, but it actually can't do anything yet. It doesn't have any way to get water, so let's go ahead and correct that right now. And we'll do that by punching these blocks out and replacing them with reactor coolant ports. And this can accept those blocks can accept water, and let's place down dense infinite water source blocks to feed them water. And then lastly, I need to actually get fuel into and out of the reactor, and we're going to do that right here. So let's go ahead and do that with the reactor access ports, and let's go ahead and set this one to be output. And on the output, we need to put the import bus, and on the input there, we need to put the export bus. And we need to export refined uranium. So let's go ahead and hook these up. And how I'm going to hook this up to my ME system is going to be right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a white covered cable. Right here, we're going to use ME conduit for this one block space. I'm going to cover it with a facade, which I actually had with me, but I didn't, or I had it in the modular storage unit, but I didn't actually grab it. So let's just grab one from the system and hook this stuff up. So let's throw the refined uranium in here, and let's actually fire this up. I'm going to roughly calculate that I need the control rods at 40%. Actually, I think it's about 49%, but I'm not entirely sure. So this reactor should start making steam, and it is. But not very much of it is actually getting to the reactors, it looks like. Oh, that's just because it's not actually making very much steam. It's only making 1130 millibuckets because it doesn't have very much fuel in it. So once it starts getting more fuel, and did I throw in acceleration cards? I did. It should start making more steam. Okay, so it's getting hotter, but it's not making more steam. Are any of my turbines actually accepting it? Oh, it's because none of them are on. So let's go ahead and turn them all on. And while we're at it, I also need to set them to be 1660 millibuckets per tick. That is what I found to be the sweet spot for these turbines of this dimension. So that's why our steam wasn't going anywhere. So mystery solved. And right now the power's not going anywhere either, but we'll correct that here in just a little bit as well. Okay, so that's second level. This is third level. And I keep clicking one too far on the when I'm actually turning this down. I need to go 1700, and then okay, so one more level here. I didn't actually turn this one on, so let's do that. So last level here. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I actually need to get the power out of these guys, and I'm going to do that with capacitor blocks. Okay, so let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this capacitor straight over through the floor here, and I'm going to just connect it up right there. So let me grab the vibrant capacitor blocks, and let's get laying these guys down. So this capacitor is part of my main capacitor at this point. So let's go ahead and run up here. And as we can see, this is part of my main capacitor. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take this straight up, and this will automatically connect to these flex taps here, and it should automatically be able to accept the energy. So that's cool. And because the turbines can't actually, as far as I know, accept energy, I don't even need to set up this capacitor on each of the block spaces to only accept from either side, as they can't even give energy to the turbines in the first place. Okay, so I need to go one more, and then they will all be connected. So cool. So let me make sure that my reactor is running at a decent clip here. Okay, so it is definitely too hot. I kind of figured. Let's go ahead and tamp it down to 47%. I think I have my other one set at 49%, to be honest. So the more that you have the fuel rods inserted, the less power it will make, the less heat it will generate, and the less steam it will make. Okay, so it looks like everything is good. I just need to clean a few things up, and then I think we'll be all done. So let me grab some more stone because I have a weird feeling that I have more holes in my floor that I don't know about. And let's see if we can't find anything from the exterior. It is a little wonky. So I don't see anything. So that's, oh, I do over here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to do this kind of the lazy way. I'm going to put torches at the bottom of the pit here. I'm going to put some stone there, and then I'm going to grab some sand. And we're going to just pretend that there's not a hole in the floor there that you can't see. But I think this is a pretty good wrapping up point. So in today's episode, I builded this as quick as I could. It did take me about 35 minutes according to my stopwatch here, which isn't too bad actually. This actually would be a lot of work without the builders. Obviously, I definitely wasn't perfect. I probably could have done this in 25 or 30 minutes if I was more efficient, but obviously I wasn't super efficient. At times I was fairly efficient, but other times I put things in the wrong spot, you know, whatever. But anyways, this is a lot of power to be able to build in a 30-minute time frame. There obviously was some prep work involved. I had most of the blocks ready to go already. And yeah, so so that's just kind of showcasing the power of the builders. Obviously, they're really nice to have if you have everything set up. You can build things very, very quickly, and that's pretty awesome. Obviously, I built this in about 35 minutes. So if you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop a like down below. And one more thing is, before I go, I should show you exactly how much progress I've made in my series. So I actually have over 1 billion iron ingots, and I have 886 million gold ingots, as well as 865 million diamonds and 864 million emeralds. So I am closing in on that 1 billion mark on all of these 4 items right here. So that is actually pretty exciting. So like I said, if you enjoyed today's episode, drop a like down below. And if you like watching automation type stuff in modded Minecraft, definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already. As well as if you're excited to see the conclusion of this series, definitely consider subscribing if that is the case as well. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.